Hello everyone, it's Erin again. It's been 3 weeks, pretty much on the dot, since my last vlog for my appreciation vlog. And yeah, it's kind of bad that it's taken me this long to get back into this, but things have been kind of crazy with midterms and all the extra things that I do that I really don't have to do, but I do anyway, and you know how things go as a college student. Maybe you don't, but I don't know. It's kind of a common thing, I guess. But I spent some time thinking about who I wanted to make as my next video, and I decided that I think where the next order is due is for my grandparents. And I spent some time trying to decide if I wanted to do them independently or together, and I decided that really they're more of a joint unit. So this one goes out to Grandma and Grandpa. And there is a difference you'll see in a future vlog, probably next time I do it, which I'd like to pretend is next week. But who knows? My dad's parents are Nana and Pop-Pop. Very specific, very, very sophisticated kind of reference. And the video for today is for Grandma and Grandpa, which are my mom's parents. And the word that I've chosen for them collectively is fantastic. And I try to think of a word that would maybe be more specific than fantastic, but you know, when it comes down to it, fantastic was the first thing I thought of, and maybe there's a reason for that. You know, they say to always go with your first answer, your gut feeling is usually right, so I'm thinking fantastic is probably the perfect word for them. And really, what makes them fantastic? I've spent, you know, I'm 20 years old, and I have remembered my grandparents for as far back as I can remember. Even when we didn't live in state and we weren't super close to them, they've always been there for us. You know, traveling up to, I guess, down to North Carolina when we lived down there, and always helping out, being a part of our lives. And even when we moved back home, they were always a part of everything that we did. You know, they came to every band, you know, concert and all the flute recitals, and I mean, any plays that we put on. They were there for us after school. You know, both of my parents work. You know, they're professionals. And, you know, Grandpa would come after school and pick us up and take us to their house. And a lot of times we'd have dinner over there. And being the wonderful German immigrants they are, you know, we'd have a plate full of schnitzel and potatoes. And, I mean, absolutely fantastic cooking. And, you know, they were honestly, well, they still are. You still are. I'm going to talk to Grandma and Grandpa here. A second family, a second set of parents. And I mean, you might think that grandparents are meant to be that second set of parents, and it's kind of in the name. But you guys have been such an integral part of my life, and really been there to teach me lessons and to hear out my stories and tell me your stories and things that you've learned in all of your time. You know, age does bring wisdom. You're like a fine wine, you know, only getting better with age, or a stinky cheese. And it's been such a pleasure to have you in my life, and I'm really lucky to know my grandparents as well as I do. Especially you guys are like great for your age. The energy that you have, the exuberance, and you let me pick on you. That in itself is pretty impressive, because I know I can get really, really annoying. I probably get that from Mom, which is indirectly your fault. So that is not my fault. But even when we would go back with you guys on vacation, you take us to Sarasota, Siesta Key, somewhere in Florida where it was nice and warm. I wasn't old enough to know where I was. But those were always the best part of the summer, getting to spend time with you guys and joke with Grandma for reading on the side of the pool all the time instead of getting in. But, you know, even coming in the water when you didn't know how to swim. I mean, that's just really cool. And I've really enjoyed it. Even the times we've stayed over and staying over the night with you and getting breakfast in the morning, playing card games, and it's really been fantastic. And I'm so happy that I've gotten to know you guys, and really, even now, you're more like friends, in a way, than family. I mean, of course you're family, but I feel like I know you really well, and we can have actual conversations and thoughts or feelings and give advice to each other. And I mean, more so you for me, but I've always felt that, you know, both of you have been there for me and Shannon, and any problems that even, my parents have had with, the hurricanes in North Carolina, or, the flood. We have a problem with water, apparently. We've always been there, and we know that everything that you've done has been for us. I mean, that's not something you see all the time. Your whole life has been for the next generation, and then the generation after that, just making things better all the time. And, never even thinking of yourself. I remember way back, whenever we'd go on vacation, or you'd come for Heartfelt Holiday when I'd be playing, and you'd always give us money, and we'd be like, oh, we don't need any of your money, but it was just like another way to show that you cared about us, and it's so great to know that you guys love us so much, and the fact that we can see it, and everyone can really see it, and the wonderful things that you do all the time for us. And I mean, even when we were in school, you'd come over to school, and Grandpa especially, like, you talk to everybody. I mean, everyone knows who you are. We can't go anywhere without you recognizing someone or having someone recognize you. It's crazy. Just you're fantastic people. I seriously don't know anybody that thinks ill of you, or any reason why they would. You're just so caring and helpful and fantastic, just to kind of bring us back full circle. And I just want to, I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but I want to give you, I wanted to tell you, I guess, just that you mean so much more to me than just, family and blood relations, and you guys are seriously wonderful, and I can't wait to see you guys again after I come back after the end of this quarter. So, as I will always end these videos, unless I'm talking about someone that's not related to me. Well, maybe, who knows. But I love you bunches, and I can't wait to see you guys again. So, thanks! Bye!